Lord, if I could buy you a gift to show you my love, tell you how I feel, it wouldn't matter what I have to give. I would find a way to get it for you, but fortunately, that's not the case. We both know I don't have bank anyway, but I won't let it affect my presentation to you. So this is what I bring. Here is my heart, my mind. Lord, here's my life, my everything. This is the voice of David. And I'm really not here to sing, but I'm here to present a poem titled True Worship. You know, growing up, my transition from childhood to adulthood happened so fast. I'll tell you a story. I was in the boarding school, and after dinner, I wanted to take water. Water was not available. We need to walk long mile, distant mile, just to get water from at the reservoir. So a friend and I just decided, okay, the sick bay is here, and we came up with a plan. We'll go to the sick bay and tell them we're sick, and they will give us drugs. We'll throw it away and gulp a lot of water. So we got there. I got there. I saw the nurse sitting down and a friend, they were discussing. And I entered there and said, "Good evening, sir." They looked at me and said, "How old are you?" I said, 12. They said, "That's at 12 your voice is this loud? You have this coarse voice at 12? What they didn't know is that I lied about my age. I actually added to my years. So now you understand when I say that my transition from childhood to adulthood, puberty is called, happened so fast. I remember when I'm taking my bath in the bathroom, I'll be singing so loud in my coarse voice that puberty has distorted. I do not mind whether the sound comes out well or not. I will just sing, because there was something inside of me that just wants to sing. And then everyone in the house will be like, "Hey, please keep quiet. You're disturbing us. Your voice is just so bad." But I did not mind. I kept on going. But you see, what I didn't realize is that years afterward, what was happening is that the Lord placed the resources called provision for the vision of what the gifts and talents the Lord will place inside of me. I did not know that. I later on discovered that I can do anything with a pen. I can write books. I can write poems. I can write songs. I can draw. Whatever it is that pen will do, I can do. But all I'm trying to say is that my worship is my worship, and I sail in His name. You see, worship is not just a song. That's an assumption gone wrong. It's not the notes. It's more than notes or the rhythm that floats. Genesis 22:5, the Lord of the first mention, it was a sacrifice that gave worship its definition. It's a heart, true intention, its posture, motive, given direction. Worship is any and everything done to the Father's glorification in submission, adoration, compunction, devotion, donation, intercession, including this session, but not recession. And I can go on and on and on in extension, but let's try to unpack this notion. You see, worship is devotion and not emotion. You know, the tears rolling down the cheek, the rolling on the floor, that's not demotion. But worship is not just the verse that we rehearse. Worship is the life that we immerse, not necessarily in mass, for it's in individuality that we almost always experience His reality. So worship is not just in the singing, but in what we are bringing. You see, worship is not just the melody, it's not just the sound, but a life laid down as a living sacrifice where grace truly abounds. Worship is not the raising of the hands, but the laying down of the life. No, it's not in the lifting up of holy hands, not necessarily, but in the shifting of our plans. For what good is a worship that cannot change the way you dress? What good is a worship that cannot change the way you think? What good is a worship that cannot affect your playlist? What good is the worship that cannot affect the movies that you watch? What good is that worship? It's not just in the singing. It's not the cymbals clinging. No. It's not. It's more than that. Listen. Worship is the life, is the way we forgive. Actually, worship is the way that we live. You must understand that worship is warfare, not with flesh and blood, not with fists or its force, but worship is a battle. This warfare is actually a battle of spirits, not bound by a tune or how good or bad the sound of my baritone, but by the truth when we hear it. For it's a heart laid bare, the burdens we share, the times we care when life isn't fair. So worship is warfare, declaring, Lord, you are worthy. You are more than this snare. Lord, you are more than despair. Worship is not just a song. Worship is the strong that press on. When the world, when everything goes wrong, you must understand that worship is much more than these. No, it's not in. See, I can resound this on and on. That worship is not just a melody. No, it's really less of the melody, but worship is more of the remedy of a soul in need, the choice to heed His call indeed. Worship worship is done in spirit and in truth. You see, not just even beyond our youth, in rage and in age, in peace and in war, in less and in more. Worship is like Job, refusing to curse God and die in the midst of the pain. Worship is the three Hebrew boys refusing to bow at the face of a 7 times heated furnace. Worship is the disciples following after Jesus and obeying him, choosing to obey God and disobey man. Rather, choosing to disobey man at the expense of obeying God. You see, for you and for me, worship might be refusing to compromise at the face of a lucrative offer. Worship is the way you talk, your communication with your friends, everything that you do. And I repeat again, worship for you might be to stand out and refusing to compromise, refusing to intermingle with the things of the world when they are against the things of God. Worship is really standing out for God in the midst of a perverse generation. Or I'll say it this way, worship is staying sane in a perverse generation. Worship is any and everything done to the Father's glorification. So whether your voice is husky like mine was, it's still worship. Everything you do is worship, and we worship in spirit and in truth.